Good morning, and welcome back, everybody, to Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins, and this is the Miss Phins Show, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. We got a great show for you guys today, and yes, guys, you caught my new intro. I've been working on it a lot, actually. We got a whole new setup, guys. In well, to be honest with you, it's been 6 months, and as a thank you for all the fans, we're upgrading each and every milestone, guys. So there you go. We got a whole new layout. We got some great interviews that we'll be doing before the season starts, during the season, a lot of collaboration. So really great things that are happening right now on the show, guys, that we're super excited about. And right now, as you can see, yes, it's a brand new layout, guys. I'm super excited. It's a lot of fun. Finally, I figured out how things work. Um, but without further ado, my very first in my new setup guest over here, the one, the only. I mean, this man didn't start one, didn't start two. He started three different channels, and they're all successful, guys. And if you haven't taken a look at him, you better after this. That's all I'm saying. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring my buddy over here, the one, the only, Mr. Bobby Finstock. Thank you very much. How you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing good, Miss Phins. How you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Thank you
Love the
so
new
much for joining me
look.
this.
Really
Thank
love
you.
the new
Thank you.
look.
Appreciate it. It's hard work to make this thing actually look good.
I hear you. I get it.
Exactly. But no, very excited. New layout, new look. Obviously, just reached 6 months 2 days ago. So very excited. And obviously, we're gonna keep doing bigger and better things. And you're the very first one in the new layout, sir. So congratulations, and thank you
I
for
feel
joining me
honored.
this morning. Absolutely.
That's
So
why I owe
listen.
you one, girl.
Uh, thanks. Look, we got a lot to talk about. Honestly, a few things that, as you may or may not have known, I was on vacation for about a week and a half, so I had to catch up on a few things. And one of the main ones that I really wanted to discuss, and I wanted to wait till today because obviously with training camp happening, and I went through life. There was this whole situation about Ross and you know the suspension and all that good stuff. So I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to discuss all of that because to me, I feel like, of course, this would happen to the Miami Dolphins. So that's why I wanted to discuss it here. So let's see. Now, guys, if you can do me a favor, you already know what I'm going to say. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to Miss Fins, youtube.com/Miss Fins, MISSPHINS. Also, do me a favor and subscribe to my buddy over here, Bobby Finstock from the Finstock Sports Network, guys. Check him out. Amazing content each and every day. I know you have overtime, right?
Yeah, we actually have. Oh my goodness, we're adding too. We got Fins Talk today on Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time with me and Fish Tank Hank. Then we got overtime, which you've been
Mm,
on plenty of times. We got the Goon Squad, which is for the Miami Heat fans. Then on Thursday night, we got two new shows. We got Bottoms Up, Fins Up with Mike the Hebrew Hammer Brown and his dad Lewis, which is a great show. Then we got an NFL centered show talking about the whole NFL with Brett Legassi and Dave Stager, two veterans who drink beer and talk football. It's awesome. So the network is growing. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited that it's growing because I got friends in the YouTube podcast verse like you, Miss Fins. I'm happy and excited to watch you grow and that you're a friend of the channel and I'm a friend of your channel as well. So I'm happy to be here with you.
thank you. I appreciate that. So definitely check him out. Please check him out. That is the Finstock Sports Network, people. Check them out.
Got it.
So let's see here. The very first thing, guys, we're gonna go ahead and just talk about the Ross suspension. Talk to me about that. When you first heard it, what did you think?
Oh, well, uh, well, the first thing was, you take a step back, you're at work and you see that pop up. But were we, were any of us really truly surprised that that was going to come down, that the Dolphins were going to lose draft picks. I mean, a lot of us were saying trade those draft picks now before you lose them. And Miami lost two. They lost their first rounder this year. They still have San Francisco's, which is okay. So now we're hoping for Trey Lance to be terrible. We're hoping for them just to fall flat on their face. And we lost our third rounder the following season, which sucks because Miami's pretty good at drafting in those mid rounds. That's why we're hoping for Channing Tindall. But the Ross suspension, the fine, so he's suspended until October. The fine is what, 1 point something, some change million, which is nothing in his
1.5.
books. I think the biggest thing here for us, for Miami, I think the suspension and the fine is not that big a deal. It's losing the draft picks. So that hurt the Dolphins. Now you could, our hope is, we lost that first rounder, but hey, I think a lot of Dolphin fans, no matter where you think or how you feel about the quarterback situation or whatever, this team, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of talent on this roster. Defense, Tyreek Hill, Cedric Wilson, Jalen Waddle, and Mike McDaniel. There's that different vibe coming from. So there's a lot of excitement in the Dolphins fandom right now. And so maybe we won't need that draft pick. That probably would have been number 32 anyway. I don't know. We'll see. But, it hurts losing those draft picks.
You know what? It's funny that you say that because I was thinking like there has to be something good about this. But just to recap for those of us who weren't here, Stephen Ross, I'm sorry to say this, and I know I like to keep it family friendly, but he's an idiot. I can't stand him. Look, to me, one of the worst owners as far as just like Jeffrey Loria. And at this
I knew you were
point,
going there. I knew you were
you
going there.
already know I can't stand Ross. And to me, I'm like, you just can't even be a bad person. You can't even be good at being bad. Like this is you don't even know how to cheat properly. Like this is just, and of course, again, it would happen to the Dolphins. And right now, I mean, the actions essentially is you talked to Brady for pretty much 3 years trying to get him over here. But while he was leaving the Patriots, when he made that decision, that's really when everything started. Then on top of that, too, the whole yacht thing with Brady, you already knew your head coach was not up for it, and you still try to get him to do that yacht meeting. And then on top of that, too, I mean, talking to Sean Payton, and not even getting this is the thing, we didn't even get them. Like I don't mind losing picks as long as we get the people we're trying to get, but we didn't even get the people we were trying to get. And I'm just like, so what was the whole point of dealing with Watson and all this turmoil that we had? And mind you, thanks for Flores, we still ended up having 2 winning seasons, and yet this is what we're dealing with now. I feel like this is more of a punishment on the fans. And I've heard, and I spoke to a few people, more than it is a punishment on Ross. And what I mean by that, very simple. The fact that he's suspended only 6 weeks, he should have been suspended the whole year. A. And B, 1.5 million, that's like 15 cents for a billionaire. Like that's not even a legitimate fine. And for you want to fine him $25 million. You know what I mean? Like something like historic. They want something historic. They don't want nothing historic. They want to claim historic. Fine him $25 million, suspend him for the whole season, and on top of that too, Beal, who's supposed to be taking over after Ross,
Owner in waiting. Yeah.
they should have stripped him from that and not allowed him to be any part of the team. That would have been a real punishment for Ross. No, instead we lose our first rounder, and it's like, okay, so the best QB class, in case things happen or don't happen, and we lose our first rounder, and it's like, oh come on. So what do you think?
Well, okay, so there's two things to that, and I remind me about the Stephen Ross thing. We'll do it very quick. The silver lining. The silver lining of this dumb situation that the Dolphins are in is that it happened before this preseason started. It didn't happen during the season where it would have been a distraction. And then Tua, who seems like sometimes he gets a little caught in his feelings with certain things. We want him to be focused on football. He has Tyreek Hill leading the train for him. He has the fans behind him. He has an offensive coach that seems like he believes in him. So it's good that it happened now compared to during the season. So that's the first thing. No distractions. We know what the penalty is. We move forward. They have nothing to do with it. The second thing, Stephen Ross, the Jeffrey Loria thing, Loria won a World Series, right, in 2002. So all crap on Loria, who was really bad as an owner, at least he won a championship. Now, with Stephen Ross, we were having this discussion the other day, about the type of owner that he is. And, you know, on the business side of things, you got to give him his due, the stadium, the events, the everything he's done on the business side of it is great. It's the football operation side that ever since he's come along, that's just been that. And, this is not the first time this has happened where he's been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. You got Jim Harbaugh when he had still Tony Soprano when he just came on, and he had to give Soprano that extension only to fire him a year later. But he went to go fly to California and talk to Harbaugh, and he still had a head coach. I don't think he does it out of malice. I just think he's so desperate and he's so used to winning in business that he wants to win in the NFL, and he makes dumb decisions. Wayne Huizenga was a business owner. What was great about Wayne Huizenga was that he allowed the football people
Thank
to
you.
run the organization. The time he did was when he brought Nick Saban, and we saw what that happened. But Huizenga was a great owner, and we were a playoff team back then. But Ross, I don't think he does it out of malice, because I think somebody was saying, he's trying to be Jerry Jones. If we had Jerry Jones, this would be a different story, because Jerry Jones, his number one priority is the Dallas Cowboys. Ross's priority is not the Dolphins. It's winning as the owner of the Dolphins, but it's not the Miami Dolphins. It's business, then the Dolphins. Where if we had an owner like Jerry Jones, this would be a different story. But Ross, he's been making consistent bad decisions, personnel decisions, when it comes to hiring GMs, hiring team presidents, hiring coaches, going after Tom Brady when Brady was still a Patriots quarterback. And here's the other thing. He's not the only person who does the tampering.
That's the
He's just
part
the only
that
guy who gets
hurts.
caught. He's the
That's
only
the
one who got
part that
caught. Now,
it's
yes,
like
it's the Flores thing, but still.
he can't even do that right. And you hit the nail. Like, come on, man. You're not a football guy. Yes, everything else fine. I give it to you. You can handle all the non-football stuff, but recognize that you're not the football talk. He is trying, in my opinion, trying to be like Jerry Jones. And no, you can't. Jerry Jones was practically born into the football. Like, you can't. You're never gonna be Jerry Jones. He wants to
And he's
be.
a true
See,
fan of that team. That's the difference, too.
exactly, exactly. This is just a business transaction of how much more money can I make with the Dolphin, and he's trying to make it into this is for the rich and glamorous, and he forgets the fact that your fans are blue collar, man. They're working, they're doing construction. They're working in the grocery stores. They got families, bills. They don't have $10,000+ out of their very low pay to go ahead and buy 4 season tickets. You know what I mean? Like and purchase all this extra stuff. So it's like he's trying to make the Dolphins into this super high class type of organization, which is nothing wrong with that. Okay, that whatever, fine. But the issue is the way he's doing it and not understanding the football part of it. That's where the problem goes. And to me,
Yeah.
I can't. But guys, real quick, I just want to go ahead and remind you guys again. Thank you so much for everybody coming in here. Hit that like button, guys. You already know we got to level up Miss Fins. You see it over here? See? A little level up. Go ahead and level up Miss Fins, guys. Subscribe. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Also go to my buddies network, Finstock Network. Go ahead and to his channel. Subscribe there as well. Bobby Finstock. Follow him on all social media. Guys, we're discussing several topics today. I just want to real quick say good morning to everybody in the chat. Adam E., welcome. Good morning. David and Natasha, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Evan Poster. Oh, that's one of your guys. I remember Evan. How
Evan,
you
what's
doing,
up, brother?
Evan? Yeah. James 1989. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate it. Delusional Patriots fan. This is one of my favorite Patriots fans besides my daddy, because he is also a Patriots fan, and I love my father. So
Oh.
yeah, and my fans already know that it's a host about it. So, but
Whoa.
delusional, appreciate you for coming through. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here. We got a couple questions too. So we're gonna be answering questions too, but I want to go ahead and go over this topic. Now, just to kind of end on this. The reason why I want to talk about it because we do have to look at the silver lining. Good morning, Robert. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, lining is that we still have the 49ers first round pick.
Yep.
And right now, from what we're hearing, their camp is not looking so hot. Hopefully, it stays that way. Uh, so that one could turn out to be at least mid, right? Mid to maybe even upper mid first round pick. That would be great for us. The other thing too is as far as the 2024 pick, I'm not even worried about that because we're not focused on that. It wasn't as bad of a hit. Now, the other good thing about it is that we finally get to have Ross out of our hair for the first quarter of the season. To me is probably the best thing because first of all, he doesn't even live here. He comes here to mess things up. You know what I mean? So not having him in anything in relation to the Dolphins is gonna just allow us to focus on the football stuff. And to me, that is one of the best things that can come out of this. Bowleg, welcome back. Appreciate it. Jeremiah, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Absolutely. So who's going to run the team? Great question, Bowleg. Bobby, you know who's going to run the team?
Football operations.
I was,
That's it.
we do have an entire team dedicated for this,
Yeah.
guys.
If
It's
you're
not
talking
just
about the business side of it, I would say it's Garfunkel. But no, what it should be is football operations. That's the silver lining. Besides it being in right before the preseason, is that Ross is out of it right now, so the guys get to do what they do best, whether we question Greer or not. And trust me, I'm somebody who say Greer should have been fired, but he knows
agreed.
football, so or knows how to run the football side of it. So allow him to do his job. Maybe it was Ross the whole time. It wasn't Greer. We'll see, but we're going to see how that plays out.
And at least we have the opportunity for them to just focus on football, which is what we need to, especially now that we have a new head coach, rookie head coach. You know what I mean? And on top of that, too, we have oh, what did I do? We have a rookie team still. If we're being honest, Elder Bruce, welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Absolutely. So let me see some of the questions here real quick before we get to our next topic. Third, let me go over here. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm so used to seeing comments that my view right now as a guest is there's no comments. So it's so
Really? You
I
should be able
people
to
just
still see it. You still
yeah
should
I
be
don't
able
know
to
I
see
don't
it.
see it on my end, but that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, well, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It
It's your
happens.
show, girl.
I appreciate it. So, Watson Keynes, you say Watson is about to get a year. I doubt Watson is going to get a year suspension, if we're being honest, because the NFL, real quick, just to go over this Watson thing, he got 6 weeks. I wish it was 12 because then we don't have to deal with him. But hey, it is what it is. They can't afford for them to go back and forth with Watson or the NFL Player
Players Association.
Association because then they're gonna let everything out the bag. You know what I mean? and the NFL doesn't want that. They're just pretending like, yes, we're gonna fight this, blah blah. Well, ultimate watch for this press conference. Well, ultimately, we decided that at this moment, we did assign a arbiter or what's the name?
Arbitrator.
Arbitrator. Thank you. An
Gotcha.
arbitrator, and they found that it's the best way for us to represent the league and the players, and because of that, we're just gonna follow what the arbitrator decided, and we'll leave it as a watch. Watch, it's coming.
I say
So,
about 8 to 10 weeks.
nah,
I think they.
I don't think
I
they're
think
gonna.
8 to 10 weeks.
I don't think so. To be honest with you, and they're lucky because he could be like, nope, I'm fighting this and I'm getting 3 games if he really wanted to, and he'll probably end up getting the 3 games. So based on the CBS, so that's that when it comes to um, what's his name? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You know what? Delusional. Stephen Ross is just horrible at being a bad guy. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, but it's annoying. If you're gonna cheat, cheat well. Don't get caught, people. Like, come on. Seriously, out of all the teams, everybody tanks. It's a known. It's a unwritten rule. Everybody tanks. Everybody tampers. But come on, even when the Heat tampered, At least they still got
Yo,
their guy. Hey, let's be real. Even when the Heat tamper, they still got their guy. So it's
I
just
wish they
ridiculous.
would tamper now and get Durant, but that's a whole other story. Watch the Goon Squad tonight. Talk more
Ah,
about it.
8 p.m. guys, yes, check them out. Let's see here. League meetings, we got it. League meetings and Flores case looming. If the case finds more on Ross, he's going to have to sell, and Beal will be blocked. Gotta think league meetings. This will be discussed further. Adam E, you do bring a great point, but this is the thing. I feel like the owners can't afford to make this any longer. You know what I mean? To drag this out because then if they do things,
Yeah.
they know they're going to be dragged through the mud. No owner wants that, so they
Yeah,
want
I
this
think
to end quickly, right? What do you think?
I agree with that. No, I agree with that 100%. That's why they did it now. They did it now, get it out of the way. Yeah, maybe take some heat off the Watson situation, but really it was just to get it over with now. I think Beal
Hmm.
is safe. I think Ross is okay. It's a smack on the wrist. You know, losing the draft picks is the biggest hit to the team, but everything else is really just a smack on the wrist. So I think it's over and done with. I'd be shocked if anything else comes down.
Agreed. And look at Kane's 1989 says, Miss Fins, I think the Heat owner would be a better owner than Ross. Listen, if we can
Absolutely.
get if we can get him over here, I would, I don't, oh God,
Mickey Arison,
oh
Mickey
my,
Arison.
oh my
First off,
God.
he loves the team. He loves it. He loves his Heat team, the Miami Heat. And the other thing is, but he allows the operations, the management team to run the basketball operations. He allows Pat Riley to run it. Andy Ellisberg, Eric Spoelstra, those guys. He have a class act organization. The Dolphins would be lucky to have that.
Oh my God,
Um,
yeah.
but that's a dream right now. We're hoping that becomes a reality soon.
That would be amazing. Oh, Jeremiah, thank you, Sweet Dolphins beanie. I just got it from the training camp, so that was pretty dope. Not gonna lie, very happy about that. Elder Bruce, welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing? How you doing? Let's see. We got another question. Miss Fins, I can see Ross resigning as owner soon because he gives the rest of the owners a bad name based on his actions. I I don't think he's done. I think he wants to see this year, putting everything together. Then maybe he might resign. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you think?
I think that if Dan Snyder and some other guys are still running football teams as owners, I think Ross is safe for now. I don't see him resigning anytime soon.
Mm, that's a good point. Good point. Ryan AP, welcome. Good morning, Michelle, my girl. Good morning, Fence Up Chef Jew. Good morning, Lady Dolphin, Miss Fence, and everybody. How you doing this morning? Check your pulse, people. Hey, Bobby, have you checked your pulse this morning? It's Fence Up, baby.
Fins up. Love it.
Exactly. Let's see here. What else? Da-da-da. Hey, we got some good stuff. Not gonna lie. Okay, so now that we went through all of that, let's go to the next topic here because I wanted to go ahead and discuss this as well. Okay, Shaheen got traded. What are your thoughts? Talk to me because hey, when I heard Titan was traded, I was like, who?
Gasicki?
Exactly, exactly what I was thinking. So tell me, what do you think? Is Shaheen traded?
Well, I again, it's I love getting draft picks. We have a crowded room. We have crowded rooms. Wide receiver, running backs, tight ends. I don't know. This to me it speaks more of Hunter Long. How's he doing in camp? I haven't read any uh, bright things coming out of camp about him, but maybe he's doing a damn good job, and maybe they see him as being a more productive tight end this season. That's kind of how I saw it. Plus, we got an extra draft pick, and I love getting draft picks. How about yourself?
Oh, that was good. I'm glad that we got the extra draft pick, obviously because we need it. Let's be real.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but as far as Hunter Long, I got to put my eyeballs on him physically. I put these eyeballs on Hunter Long. No, I'm just kidding. I watched Beetlejuice like 2 days ago. So, but as far as Hunter Long, I mean, he looked solid. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not. I had a feeling that they would want to go ahead and bring him up. You know what I mean? They already knew what they had in Shaheen. But when you have a young player like him who is versatile in Hunter Long, you want to see what he has. And just like our other rookies or even second year, unless they get reps, you won't really know what that is. So I think they went through that same philosophy they did last year with getting rid of Van Noy so that Van Ginkel could go ahead and have those reps, getting rid of Bobby McCain so that Javon Holland could go ahead and have those reps. That type of mentality of, okay, we need to let the young guys put in their reps. That is why I think they let go of Shaheen so that they can bring Hunter Long into it and have him getting these reps and learning from Durham and from Gasicki. Good morning, Kim Mill. Welcome, welcome.
Well, another point, yeah, you just brought up Kasicki, and I know that's going to be tough for you to hear, but Kasicki
Your
is on a
panel guy.
contract year, and he could be on his way out. If he doesn't resign, they're not talking negotiations. They may want to see what they have in Long in order to feel comfortable with either, if the Dolphins are out of it, trading Kasicki by the trade deadline or just letting him walk by the offseason. So that could play into it as well.
Honestly, yes. I think if anything, at least this will be Gesicki's last year as a Dolphin. At bare minimum, I don't think he's getting traded, especially after this move. Um, Plus, I do believe that they want him to, help develop Hunter Long too. Obviously, him and Darius Martha are 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
So that always helps. But as far as Gesicki, he's one of our trade chips, and it's in the best interest for both parties, not just for the Dolphins, but also for Gesicki, for him to have a breakout year. Because if he does, even if we don't keep him, his stock is gonna go up. You can maybe get a first rounder versus a second rounder for him. You know what I mean? Or maybe get 2 second rounders. So that I think that this is they're investing in Gesicki in this way because either way, if he balls out, you're getting your money's worth back. You know what I mean? And then you can go ahead and slide in Hunter Long behind him, and then you'll have Durham and you'll have Hunter Long. And actually, I think Hunter Long might supersede Durham in this case. So he does have the potential. Guys, this isn't just another panel guy, okay? This is my buddy over here, Bobby Finstock from the Finstock Network, okay? You go ahead and check him out. Yes, I already put it in here. It's Bobby Finn, and I spent time, people, on this new layout. Okay, so look, his name is literally underneath his body. So read, people.
Panel guy's
Read.
okay. I get it. No,
Panel guy.
it's all good. I
Guys.
appreciate everyone tuning in to Miss Fins. I mean, and if you're watching Miss Fins, I'll have to say this. If you're watching this right now and you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing? Smash that like and subscribe button. You'll get daily Dolphins content every morning as you're driving to work, you're drinking your coffee, listening to great Dolphins talk. Do yourself a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Don't just watch, hit it, smash it, and come back tomorrow.
Exactly.
Sorry, Miss Fins, keep going, girl.
No, never be sorry. I'll take it all day, every day. You see that, guys? You see over there in that corner? Look, it literally says like, share, and underneath here, level up, Miss Fins. Okay, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Also, too, do me a favor, check out my buddy Bobby Finstock over the Finstock Network. I know that you guys are growing it. You, Brett, um, all your guys. Mark, I think, is the other one, if I'm not mistaken.
We got Hank on Finn's Talk
Hank.
today. Of course,
Hank.
Brett Legassi,
Mm-hmm.
Alex Tiachisca on the Goon Squad with Neil and Juan. And then, of course, you got the new guy, Dave Stager, for Huddle Up and Wait. Oh, excuse me, and Mike Brown and Lewis Brown for Bottoms Up, Fins Up. And again, like you said, we're growing. We're looking about baseball, basketball, football, college football, and even professional wrestling. We're talking about all that stuff about adding to the channel. So what's up, King Mill? Appreciate you tuning in, brother. So you guys love talking sports, whatever sports may be, hit me up or reach out to Miss Fins and she'll let me know. I'd love to have you guys join the channel. But yeah, no, we're growing. I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. See, there you go. See, you got
Thank
fans.
you, Elder Bruce.
Fans.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Look, easy. Welcome to Miss Fins. Unlock Gesicki. That's what I'm talking about. We need to unlock Embry.
Hey, let me tell you, this season, you're right. John Embry from the San Francisco 49ers. And I've been saying to people, the one player, everybody's talking about Tyreek and Cedric Wilson and Tua and everything. But there's one player, I'm going to go jump right back on Gesicki. The one player I'm very excited about this season, coming season, it's going to be huge for this offense, is Alec Ingold, the fullback. As a blocker, as a runner, and just watch out for him, guys. I'm telling you, do not sleep on this guy. And then triple threat, pass catcher, runner, blocker. It's going to be huge in this offense. This guy is going to be a household name in Miami by the end of the season. That's my prediction. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Gesicki, he's actually the guy who I think will have the most touchdowns, receiving touchdowns by the end of the season. He's going to take advantage of Cedric Wilson, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle being on the field. When it comes to that red zone offense and in that center of the field play, catching that ball in the center of the field and taking it down to the end zone, or when Tua gets in a bad spot and has to lob it up, that's his
That
number one
middle.
target right there, that big target right down the middle. So Gesicki, I think, is going to have a big year this year. So unlike Gesicki, I think you're absolutely right, Easy.
Oh, that's guys. I mean, you heard it here. I agree on Engel. I think he's going to be great, which is another reason why I think they let go of Shaheen because we have
Yeah.
Engel. You know what I mean? We you can use him in multiple positions, um, for us to be able to go ahead and still be effective. Cheap, and I mean, saving 2 million is saving $2 million. You know what I mean? And it just makes the cut for the 53 much easier. So to me, because you can use it for multiple positions. That's another reason why they got rid of him. And I agree with you. I think Isiki, he's going to be very impactful, and it's going to be beneficial for the team and for him. And even if he doesn't stay, because you never know, they might give him a contract extension. You never know. But even if he doesn't, we're going to be able to get a high draft pick, in my opinion, by having him being part of this team, and being effective in the team as well. So thank you for that, Bobby. Look, we got a question here. King Mill. Miss Phins, Chef Jew, would you make the move to get Roquan Smith? I want him in Miami. Talk to me. What you think, Bobby?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. There's two question marks on this football team right now. Of course, we want to see what happens with the quarterback. There's a lot of people. There's people that believe he could be the franchise. There's other people that don't. This year is finally the year the Dolphins seem like they're all in on him and they're getting the best help he can to see what they have in him. That's a question mark. But the two main question marks here on the team are offensive line and linebacker. Okay? The Dolphins, if you really want to take that question mark off the linebacker, you go get Roquan Smith. There's no questions. Channing Tindall, we drafted him. We're excited for him, etc. But he is a third-round pick. We treat him like a first-round pick because he was our first pick. But really, the biggest offseason upgrade, I think, is Melvin Ingram. Pro Bowl player, veteran. He's going to help those guys. But you really want to help your linebacking core and help that defense, who everybody believes, you have the questions on offense, you have the potential of the offense, but the defense is damn good. You want to get them to another level, you go get someone like Roquan Smith. What about you, Miss Phins?
Honestly, I mean, yeah, absolutely. And King Mill agrees with you, Bobby.
Thank you.
I think this is the great thing about Raquan, and actually you mentioned Ingram, and I'm gonna talk about him real quick in a second, and then I'm gonna go to Raquan. The fact that Ingram right now, and you saw the depth chart, they have him above AVP, AVG, Van Ginkel.
Ginkle, yeah.
Um, it says a lot. He's veteran. He's seen it all. He has that consistency that we're looking for, that we need in this team, and that veteran leadership. I think it's going to help develop AVG, Van Ginkel. And on top of that, too, like you said, he's going to be able to really further the development of Tyndall. Because, again, he may have been our first round pick, just like you said, but he was still a third rounder. So we still got to make sure that, we got to check him out, try him out, see what he is, what he can do for us. And having somebody like Melvin Ingram is going to help him so much. Now, you throw in Roquan. What are the deficiencies in this defense? Because I don't see any in overall. The run stopping we got with Raekwon Davis. He's back. He's healthy. He's looking like a beast in training camp. Then on top of that, too, you have Tyndall that we just drafted that we're developing. Melvin Ingram is looking like he's been here the entire time. He's plug and play. And then you add somebody like Raquan, this honestly could be top two.
Well, look, you're looking at this defense right now. One name you didn't mention, but we've been talking about him, Jalen Phillips. Think about the growth of this young man. I mean, beginning of the season last year, he was kind of going with the defense. Everybody was there were people knocking him, but the whole defense was really struggling. And it was the second half of the defense, just as that defense was picking up, so was he. I mean, I think
Mm,
he ended up. I'm trying to remember how many sacks he ended up with. Was it 9.5? I could be
eight and
wrong
a
on
half
that.
sacks. Eight and a half
Thank
sacks.
you. Eight.
Broke a
Think about
rookie
that.
record.
Think about that. Think about that. So imagine what Melvin Ingram is going to do for him this coming season, and what a Waquan Smith would do for his potential and growth. I'm very excited about Jalen Phillips. So if you add Raquan Smith, you're absolutely right. Where is the deficiency? Where's the question mark on this defense? Your linebacker unit would be Jalen Phillips, Melvin Ingram, Jerome Baker, Raquan Smith. Okay, then your defensive line. You got Emmanuel Akpa, Raquan, uh, Wilkins. Then your secondary. That's really hot. Offensive line then becomes your only question mark going into the season, which is the concern. But still, that's why I would pull the trigger.
Absolutely. And if, to think about it too, be able to still have cap, which we do, to still
Yes.
be able to plug almost all your holes. And then on top of that, to still keep, if not soup, elevate an already top 10 defense. Defense is what wins championships. So having somebody like Roquan, that will solidify this defense, making it top three, if not number one overall defense throughout the entire year. And the thing is, it also gives us depth. A lot of people are not thinking about this. Guys, the depth, the depth, the depth, the depth. We all know teams go through
Yep.
injuries, but
Yep.
having so much depth, we're able to next man up and still not miss a beat. And that is what I think makes it so much um, so needed to get somebody like Roquan. And honestly, I think he may actually want to come over here, seeing what we're doing, and that would be exciting, exciting.
He's still obviously one of the best linebackers in football. It's still young. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, people talk about the contract. Who would not sign that guy in a contract? I know, it's popular and people can make jokes and everything, but that for Dolphin fans or any kind of fan, that when a player goes on the market, you go, "Oh, Miami, go get this guy. Hey, go get this guy." Go. But reality, this is a real deal type of guy. You need to go try to get him. I know we're short a first round pick now, but if you could get somebody like that, that's golden. Look at that first rounder the year prior or whatever. I would definitely make a play for him. That helps your team immediately.
Agreed, agreed. Let's see here. Adam E. Shaheen was a good blocker for us and had a great catch percentage when called upon. Makes me think Isiki is blocking better. Also, his trade maybe sets the door for another trade or a signing. Yeah, and we talked about that. I think that his blocking is getting better. Embry again, Embry, and he's made an emphasis about that too. So very happy about that. Chef Jew asked a great question over here. Lady Doll, Famous Fins, and Bobby Finstock, who could you see as a dark horse this season? And which is great because it'll take us to another question that I have for us, another little segment here too. So go ahead and answer this.
So, what do you mean by dark horse?
I think he means a breakout player for the Dolphins,
Oh, oh my.
whether
I
brand
mean,
new to the team or elder.
no. So, for again, a dark horse for me is Alec Ingold. Nobody's talking about him. I think he has a lot of potential to be a huge part of this offense. If for Dolphin fans to get an idea of what I'm trying to talk about, obviously not I think more of a version of this, a better version of this. But who remembers Charles Clay? Charles Clay started as a fullback, but Charles Clay was a three-dimensional player: tight end, fullback, blocker. And this Ingold is better than that. I think that's a dark horse player people are not talking about. You think of that wide receiver unit, of course, Easy E. And then you got Braylon. What's his last name? Um, the,
Sanders.
Braylon Sanders, that wide receiver, that could be. Look, the
He's been active in
a
training camp.
everybody's talking about Tyreek Hill and Cedric Wilson, Jalen Waddle, obviously, right? Those are the Tyreek Hill's top 1-2 wide receiver in the NFL. It's obvious, but he's going to command a lot of attention. Okay, he's going to command a lot of attention. That's going to give Jalen Waddle opportunities, which in essence, it's going to give those other guys opportunities. Easy E is pushing Cedric Wilson for that third spot. So those are dark horses, in my opinion. If you're talking about our current team as players, those two guys, I'll say Easy E, Sanders, if he makes the roster, which I think he could, and but definitely Alec Ingold, the main one for me. Again, I'm going to keep preaching that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Of course, I'm old school football. I love running the football, dominating the game, running the clock. So I'm very excited about Alec Ingold in the run game this season. I know people are talking about Kareem Hunt. That's another trade possibility. I love that idea, but I think that this guy Alec Ingold's going to be a bigger part of that.
No, I agree. I think you hit it in the nail. Um, Honestly, I think Alec. Oh, Evan, real quick, I have to highlight this. Miss Vincent Bobby, two of the top channels in the internet. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother. And I saw
Look at this.
Bobby, my teacher being the guest host. Yeah, yes, a little sweat off the brow.
Right?
And I saw someone ask if you don't
Yes.
mind me answering that. Somebody said about the times of the show. So Finn's Talk today again. Thank you, Canes 1989. Finn's Talk today is at 12 o'clock on Saturdays Eastern Time with me and Fish Tank Hank. We only go about 30 to 45 minutes. We talk. Obviously, we're going to preview the game this Saturday for the preseason start with the Buccaneers. Then Monday we got Finn's Talk Overtime, where it's me and Brett Legassi and the guests mainly. Miss Finns has been on multiple times. She's done the draft with me. We stayed for the 2-3 hours doing draft night. She was on with the majority of the time. Been on a couple other times. We have TD Finn's Talk show up on Overtime. We've had obviously Evans join me as a guest. You can join me as a guest if you'd like. I love to have everybody on, whoever's interested in talking football, talking sports. And we got, I think, Scooter and Digging in the Trenches coming up soon, too. Digging in the Trenches, that's his Twitter. But he's going to be a guest on the next Overtime. Wednesday is the Goon Squad tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's Miami Heat. And then Thursday at 8:05 is Bottoms Up, Fins Up with Mike Brown and his dad, Lewis. And then 9 o'clock Eastern is Huddle Up and Wait with two veterans, Army and Air Force. Brett Legassi's the Air Force. Dave is from the Army. And they're drinking beers. He has a whole keg, drinking beers, talking football. And that's just the NFL. Brett's obviously a Dolphins fan. Dave is a Packers fan. We had the first episode on Thursday night. It's my first time producing Miss Fins. So I'm taking that backseat role. I'm doing hosting for Fins Talk, both Fins Talks, but I'm doing more of a producing role for the other shows. And it was a lot of fun. That was a fun episode. So please do me a favor. If you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button. Good morning. What's up? What's up, Cap for Life, my brother?
Yeah.
So very glad to have you guys on. If you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button to Miss Finn's network, the channel here. If you're watching and you don't hit that like and subscribe, you're doing yourself a disservice because this is some great content with her.
Absolutely, guys. We got almost 30 people here in the building and only 18 likes, guys. Let's get the likes up. You already know what to do. You already know the rundown. We got to get the likes up so people know we're live, guys. So go ahead. Let me reset real quick. This is Miss Fins on the Miss Fins Show, guys. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, 8 to 9, but sometimes we go over. Most of the time we go over if we're being honest. But go ahead and hit that like button, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch. Everybody seeing us on Twitter and Twitch. Thank you so much for joining Miss Fins this morning as we unveil our new layout, new intro, guys, new thumbnail, all of that. We're upgrading Miss Fins thanks to the 6 months that I've had the pleasure of being here with you guys. So thank you, all you loyal followers. Let's go ahead and get to Miss Fins to 500 subscribers. I'll talk a little bit more about that because I got some stuff to announce for you guys too. And obviously, guys, I'm here at my very first interviewee. We got Bobby from Finch Talk Network, guys. Check him out. Phenomenal. He just went down here what he's talking about, what he does on his channel. I mean, not once, but twice he's already developed the network. And right now he's making it happen, building that each and every day. You're going to be getting, you know, so much great content all those days that he mentioned. So check him out. Bobby Finstock. Follow him on Twitter. Follow Finstock Network on YouTube, Twitter, and all the other social media that I know he has. Definitely phenomenal guy to talk to. So let's keep it here because I want to go ahead. I got you for the whole hour, sir. So I won't keep you past that.
You got me, girl.
Yeah. Let's see here. Easy said Trillville is gonna be his dark horse. Trill
Ooh, I
Williams.
like that.
Even though he got a little tweaked in training camp Sunday, I was there. Man, oh man. Listen, this kid is all over the place. So Trillville, I would actually have to say, I would have to agree with him. I think he's going to be my dark horse, and even more about that because I actually don't. In my initial 53, I didn't even have him making the team or the practice squad. So the fact that I got my eyes on him and I was able. Correction, I practice squad actually making the team. I think he actually can make the team, and to me, I'm very excited because we need that depth in cornerback in case we got Xavier Howard or even Byron Jones getting hurt. We need somebody else that could step up again, next man up mentality. So definitely excited about that. To me, that would be my main one. Let's see here, Jeremiah. What do you say? Teams will be double teaming Waddle and Tyreek, leaving players like Gesicki and other
Yep.
plays wide open for many touchdown catches. There you go. He agrees with you because you said it earlier. That middle is gonna be open so much. Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, and I love it. 21 the comments. There you go, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you, Elder Bruce. Let them know. Wonderful new Leia. Keep up the great work, Mrs. Thank you, Jeremiah. Much appreciated. Level 2 new. Tua is my dark horse. Hey, listen. Tua time, baby. QB1. Let's do it. It is what it is. Welcome back, level 2 new. Love it, love it, love it. Listen. Hey, Tua could be a dark horse. He really could be. You know what I mean? So
We'll
look at this.
see. He has all the potential.
Exactly. Look at this. Evan says Bobby is a man of the people. He made podcast dreams come true. I love it, love it, love it. Listen, guys, we have fun here with Miss Finn. So if you keep having fun with us this morning, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. You see it over here. It says level up, Miss Finn. Go ahead and level up. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Let's go ahead and do so here. Let's see. Let's see what else. Chasing Center and Morrison, they will play critical roles in close games. That is true.
That's a great
And we
point.
haven't spoken about that. We have not spoken about the fact that our special teams, they can win us those games. Those really close games that we're battling, the ones that we might even be going back and forth. Sanders, right now, he looked pretty good to me in training camp. Everything was going right down the middle. I was very happy. He had depth. I mean, he did what, 30, 35, 40, a 45 yarder when they were doing their practice. I can see Morstead as a holder is working for him, which when we lost Matt Hockey, you guys saw the drastic change from 2020 to 2021. You know what I mean? And I think the holder is going to be extremely important for that punter. Laces out. We all know Finkel. You know what I mean? Ace Ventura. Let's see here. So let me get to the next one that I want to talk about. Who is next on the trading block, Bobby? Tell me, who do you think is next on the trading block? We already had Shaheen traded. Who else do you
Miles
think?
Gaskin.
Miles Gaskins, really?
I think Miles Gaskin is next on the
How
block.
so?
Oh, we got a crowded running back room. Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Sony Michel. I think Ahmed might fit better in this offense, even though I think Gaskin could succeed in this offense too. But we are stacked at running back right now. And you got White, Quandre White, who's making a name. He might be a practice squad player, same thing with Dokes. But I think that Gaskin might be the guy, the odd man out in that room. I would not want to see him cut, but I wouldn't mind. I think he could be traded. So if you're going to ask me which next Dolphins player, it's Miles
Mm-hmm.
Gaskin, in my opinion. How about yourself?
Oh, Gaskin. Wow, I wouldn't have picked him. I actually think he might make the 53 man roster as our fourth running back. To be
Are you
honest
going
with
to say Tua?
No. This is too extreme. Please get out of here, guys. Get out of here. But listen, I just double checked. We only got 19 lines. We got 30 people in the building. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. I won't talk for the next 2 minutes until those likes goes up. Nah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and hit the like button, anyways. Okay, guys, hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Let people know that we are here and we are live. As far as who I think next in the trading block, this is the thing. I think Matt McDaniel really wants to try his new toys in his team. So I don't think anybody major is going to be
No.
um, traded. But with that being said, unless it was due to like major injury, as far as the players that we have, man, this is a tough one because everybody we got is so good. Oh, I can't even think of one to be honest with you
Well,
right now. I
you think
can't.
Trillville, right? And Igbenogany, those guys, because what they just did with the tight end room, trying to maybe get Hunter Long up. Think about that secondary. The secondary is definitely a plus for them. Eric Rowe might be one.
There you
Uh,
go. Bowleg
oh,
said
there
it.
you go.
Eric Rowe. And now you
Yeah,
know what? I was thinking of Eric Rowe, and it was just wasn't coming to me. But he's one of the ones that I don't think he's gonna even make the team. So I
Brandon
think
Jones might take that spot.
exactly. No, actually, according to the depth, he already did
Oh, okay.
in
Oh
this
yeah, you're
new
right. The
depth
depth chart,
chart.
yes.
They
Hmm.
already have him
So you might get
ahead of
a fifth rounder for Eric Rowe.
at
He's a
least,
starter.
at
He's a starter.
least,
He's a decent player. So
and
you
this
know,
will open it up.
the secondary right now, you just brought up Mike McDaniel and what he believes with these young players and getting the best out of Trillville. Benogany was a first round pick. They need to see what they have in this kid. And
Just
we
like
all
Tua.
talk about Tua not getting the opportunities, or Tua started the last couple of years, the last few years, or the last couple of years, excuse me. But we know that Flores and the personnel decisions on offense, the offensive line, Tua hasn't had that chance to succeed. Ibanaghi has not had no chance. We don't know what he does. Maybe
Literally,
he's just a
no
terrible
chance.
practice player, but he has never seen no game action for the past few seasons he's been on this football squad. So does a trade happen a little at the top of the second in the cornerback situation? Byron Jones, Needham, which I love Needham. I don't special teams and as a corner, I
Hmm.
would not move him. But that might be a possibility as well to see what Ibenogany has. I definitely want to see some game action. That's something I'm looking forward in the preseason, seeing how those guys do game action, those
And
young players.
you know what? That's what. Thank you, Bowleg, because I was thinking, where can we cut? And you just said it, just like we did with Hunter Long and Shaheen. And we've been talking about this. Eric Rowe is that quote unquote veteran. Well, not quote unquote. He is a veteran. That right now we can move from. I think we'll save maybe what, like $1 million, maybe. We'll save some change, and by getting and trading him, but it will really open it up for like a Trill to come up and actually do it, or even so. I mean, if you really want to do it, I mean, a lot of people aren't talking about it, but having those younger guys coming up here and overtaking these other players, I mean, come on, you know. I I can't think of anybody else that would really make or open it up for younger players to have that opportunity, like Eric Rowe, if we trade. And I'm 100% with you with Iggy. He needs to see the field. If everybody wants to clam for Tua, they got to clam for him too. He needs that opportunity to go ahead and get that. So Eric Rowe would have to be my next
Yeah.
trade player on the trade block. Guys, 31. I told you we got over 31 people. Let's get these likes up, guys. I know you guys can do it. Go ahead and do so. Gotta get the likes up, guys. Gotta get the likes up. Let everybody know that we are here. Adam says Gaskin, Rowe, Williams / Bowden. Oh, Preston Williams and Bowden. That did come out. So that one, I could see how those two could also be. Plus,
Oh
Preston
yeah,
apparently.
they're gone. They're
Yeah,
gone. They're not gonna, and hopefully they are traded. They're not cut because you still could get something for them.
I
I'm
think
all
so.
about acquiring draft picks. I'm
And
all
we're
about
gonna
it.
need him now. That's for
So
sure.
yeah.
Estefan, welcome. How you doing? Good morning. Okay, so let me get to the next one real quick because I want to do this before you go here. Phins versus Buck preseason game numero uno.
Woo,
What are your thoughts, sir?
man.
Talk to me.
I'm girl. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to. I don't know. I know. I think Evan, if he's still here in the comments there, but Evan was on Phins Talk today because he watched training camp as well. I believe Friday, and he came on Saturday. Last Saturday, and he thinks that Tua and Tyreek, those guys may have one series in this game. I'm not so sure. But I'm not really looking for that because I don't expect much from it. I'm more looking forward to see how Skylar Thompson does. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that offensive line does. Because last season, and I've been saying about this, last season, everybody, when the team was struggling, Tua was struggling, everybody, offensive line. What do we got to fix the offensive line. We got to do this with the offensive line. And to me, it wasn't about adding or fixing. It was about development, not investment. We've invested a lot in it. Austin Jackson, a first-round pick. Eichenberg, a second-round
Mm-hmm.
pick. Money in Jesse Davis. And I know people want to hammer on Jesse Davis, but he did decent in years before he just flamed out and just almost killed Tua. It was about development. The coaching staff was just or the development of the players from the coaching staff was terrible. I have a better feeling about this staff with the development because the offensive line hasn't really changed. We signed Terron Armstead, left tackle, all pro. That's awesome. Left guard, Connor Williams, but he's playing center. So
Oh,
the only two positives, or the only two sure things on our offensive line right now is left tackle Terron Armstead and Robert Hunt on the right as right guard. Other
agreed.
than that, question mark at left guard with Eichenberg, question mark at center with Connor Williams, and question mark at right tackle with Austin Jackson. You better pray. All Dolphin fans better pray that Mike McDaniel and company are the coaching staff to get these players right. Because obviously they have potential. They got drafted high. Maybe Austin Jackson did get overdrafted, or he was a reach, but he would have been drafted in the second round. There's stuffing there. You just got to get him in the right position. Hopefully the coaching staff, Frank Smith, offensive coordinator, was offensive coordinator with the Raiders and an offensive line coach. Applebaum, Boston College offensive line coach, became a Dolphins one. And then, of course, Embry and company, Mike McDaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they bring the best out of these players because everybody's very excited about this offense. Everybody's very excited about this football team. But if the offensive line, if Terron Armstead goes down and Austin Jackson's your left tackle, and then whoever your right tackle is Eichenberg, then you put Connor Williams back at left guard, then you got Dieter at center, it's going to go
Mm.
bad real quick. So I'm going to be watching this offensive line on Saturday. I'm going to be watching Tyndall, obviously. Second game's going to be bigger, obviously. But I'm just excited to be sitting down and watching some football. It's
All right.
football.
Thank God. Preseason is here, guys. We finally made it. You had Bobby Finstock from Finstock Network helping us out this, off season with great content, myself included, Miss Finch, and all the other great content creators. Man, telling you, thank God football is back. That's why I had to take a vacation before this because I'm like, this is gonna be too much. You see with a new layout, a bunch of new stuff coming for the Miss Finch show. So right now it's a lot, but very very excited. And I agree, Jeremiah. Let's get through this first preseason game without any serious injuries. That is really what we gotta do. And I agree with you with this offensive line. I looked at them in training camp. They had some good moments.
Jackson looks good, but he looks like he's in shape. He's lost some weight. He looks like as if his athleticism is a lot better. Of
Hmm.
course, he's falling on his butt and all that, but he pushed actually pancake Jalen Phillips. So I am I haven't closed the door on him. I still have hope for Austin Jackson with this new coaching staff, but this is the year, just like for some other players too on this team. This is the year to prove it, or you're out. The window
Agreed.
is the window is exciting, Tyreek Hill, but the window is small. People, we can't rely on another year or two of mediocre,
I
mediocre
agree.
mediocrity, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. We really can't. I'm tired of being good enough to not get a top five
That's
pick,
it.
but not good enough to get the Super Bowl. That's so frustrating. But listen, mommy, I'm stealing a few more minutes from your time because this is just good, and we're having fun with Miss Finn. So, sorry, sir, you're being kidnapped. If you didn't know this already, so. Listen, Keynes had a great question. Miss Fins and Bobby Fins talk. What kind of offensive defense will be ran this season? Defense, I think that's easy. We're gonna run the same thing that we've been running. That 3-4 defense, that base defense. Honestly, it's gonna be good. We're gonna see that cover zero for sure. The blitz packages are going to be very interesting because we've added such great linebackers, and I feel like we're still going to add some more great linebackers. You know what I mean, to the team, um, right? And the way that we've been utilizing Javon Holland, I mean, I'm hearing people say he's probably going to get like 5 sacks this season at least.
That's another player. Jalen Phillips and Javon
Oh,
Holland. Those are my two
Javon,
MVPs
I'm
on
telling you,
defense.
amazing. So that defense, I think, is going to stay the same. That's one of the great things that we have, that continuity with the defense. The offense, you already know it's going to be that West Coast. It's going to be that 49ers type
Mike
run,
Shanahan,
super
Kyle Shanahan,
heavy.
top style offense. Yep.
Yes, like it's nothing but running backs, which is why I personally think we're going to run with four running backs. Even though we do have Ingle as our fullback, nope, we're running with four running backs, six wide receivers to be able to have fresh bodies. You know what I mean? That's that type of. I mean, what do you think?
No, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, if you want to know what type of offense we're going to run, go ahead and go watch some tape of San Francisco's offense last season or the Atlanta Falcons when McDaniel and Dan Quinn were there, or even some old Broncos offense. Of course, it's elevated. And one thing about McDaniel, though, even though that offense is coming to Miami, the one from San Francisco, they mold that offense around the player. So Tua is very successful in RPO. I would assume that they're going to implement that into this offense. I think they're going to continue to try to do that. And I expect heavy rushing attack. I expect a lot of running. That's why even I think some of the receivers, we say four running backs, but I think that the receivers will be a part of that as well. I think they make up for that running back that might be cut or traded. Miles
Agreed.
Gaskin. So
Not so subtle, Miles Gaskin. That's hilarious. I love that. That's great. And real quick, Clement said Ackenberg needs to be on the right side, and the only spot for him is a right tackle or backup. I don't know. I think left guard might not be as bad. I
no,
think
and
left
this is the
guard
thing.
might not be as bad.
I agree with you, Miss Finns, because again, as I've said before, Eichenberg, he's in his second year. Again, I don't think it was him. I think it was development, the coaching staff. But think about the advantages that he has, and I think it would have been the same for Austin Jackson. But think about the advantages that he has at left guard right now, with Taron Armstead to his left and Connor Williams to his right. Connor Williams being the 11th best guard in the NFL last year. Of course, he got benched because he was getting a lot of penalties, but he went back in. But he was the 11th ranked best ranked guard in the NFL.
Hmm.
Having those two guys kind of coaching him up and mentoring him, I think that he is in a prime position to be a good guard this year. But I agree. I probably would
It'll
have had Austin
develop him.
Jackson. Yeah, I think Austin Jackson would probably have been better at left guard. But I'm not going to discredit Eichenberg at this point. I think having Armstead and All Pro and Connor Williams to his right, I think he's going to do fine. At least I hope
Agreed.
so.
Cat Fly says, "What worries me is if you guys think Belichick has not seen this spread offense before with Mike Shanahan and Kyle, you're sadly mistaken. We need to score 28 points week one. No excuses." He said at least 28 points. Listen, we do have to score. That's the one thing that I feel like with all these changes, if we're not scoring several points, I don't see the point of us making all these moves because they would have been null and void. If we're not scoring close to 30 points a game, we're not going to be able to beat the elite teams, which is what we're trying to do because we want to go ahead and make it to the playoffs, but go deep in the playoffs too. To me, minimum AFC championship. That's what my goal is this year as far as what I see. But um, listen, that's pretty much it. I'm Bobby. Thank you so much for coming. I mean, I'm gonna talk about it here. We do have a 500 subscriber giveaway
Ooh,
coming, guys. Yes, yes, yes. And also, once we get to 1,000, there will be a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So, guys, I'll discuss that a little bit. But Bobby, thank you so much for coming through. I really do appreciate it. I know I kept you here a little longer, but
no.
it's okay. I don't mind. I mean, I
Me
know you
neither.
don't mind. Exactly. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you. I mean, right now we just keep having so much fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So thank you for coming through. I'm gonna be just a few minutes. I don't know if you want to hang out in the back or not for a little bit. Cause I do got a couple questions for you. If you got a couple minutes.
I'll be
Perfect.
here.
So
I'll wait for you.
okay, thanks. So I'm gonna put you in the back, but again, thank you guys. Listen, real quick before Bobby goes, guys. This is Bobby Finstock from the Finstock Network. Check him out. I mean, he's got Finstock Overtime today, the Goon Squad, and the bottles up, bottles down, bottles sideways. I mean, he's got it all.
Bottoms up, fins up. Yes,
There you go.
ma'am.
See?
Huddle up and wait. We got so much more. I'm very excited about the growth of the channel, the network. And again, if anybody watching, if you love talking sports, I want to hear from you, man. We're having fun over there. And just like when Miss Fins has her thing, but I think she's a part of our family. I consider her a part of the Finstock family, So hit like and subscribe to her channel. And please come on over to ours and hit that like and subscribe button as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Bobby. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be
Thank
seeing
you.
you just a little bit, guys. But guys, again, this is Miss Phins. You see it up here Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm having so much fun. Look, listen, listen. First of all, you guys see the new layout. If you haven't seen the new intro, guys, I worked hard on it, okay? So I need y'all to go back to the beginning of this video after I'm done, obviously, and check it out. Because, guys, I mean, it's been phenomenal. I really, really love it. I'm working on the outro too, guys. You know what I mean? But definitely very happy to have every single one of you guys here with us. You already know what it is. This is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. Do me a favor. You see it here. It says it. Level up, Miss Phins. Guys, there is a 500 subscriber giveaway coming. Okay? We're so close to 400. We got to level up to 500 before the season starts so that we're able to go ahead and just bring you guys more stuff. So keep an eye out. Hopefully within the next month before the season starts, literally in a month it starts, guys, September 11th. So go ahead, let's get to 500. We're gonna be giving away great thing here for you guys. So go ahead and do so, guys. But hit the like button, share, subscribe. This is Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Everybody on Twitter, Twitch, thank you so much for joining Miss Phins. Really do appreciate it. Subscribe today on YouTube, youtube.com, Miss Phins. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.